Dear Helia, we spotted another ship on our way to the pirate base and pursued the ship. A more accurate assessment, Samara made a call to attack it. I'm lacking on details on the matter as I have been held hostage by Sybil. I had fallen asleep shortly after the last letter I wrote, and, well, more like I've been in and out. The adrenaline wore off and the severity of my wounds caught up with me. I suspect I slept for a day. I only woke up to the sound of cannon fire from Mont Cavalier. I know I spoke of Sybil in the last letter, but the woman knows her job well. She had me secured for the ascent the ship was taking. Much to my dismay, she kept me on lockdown for the whole fight. And then some. I may have cursed her in the moment for doing her job, but it was the right choice, and my body thanks her. I, however, just have the withdrawals from a lack of something physical. Not as bad as being told I'm not allowed to dive, but still, I hate it. There are a handful of things I excel at that I enjoy. Choices were made, and they weren't bad ones. I just hate not being a part of these things on our ship. It looks like our gun crew did a good job of taking down the Crooked Revenant. Their ship was torn up pretty bad. So bad, in fact, it's having a hard time propelling itself. The boilers are mostly shot, and the propellers are mostly destroyed. Remind me not to get on Samara's bad side. Samara, the shifter woman, gathered a bit more information from the crew, and the plot thickens. Samara wants to take the beat-up Crooked Revenant to the pirate base, which is a much better plan than waltzing up in Mont Cavalier. Our engineers have been working to get the ship a bit more mobile in the meantime. Sybil has instructed me not to do anything seriously physical, but has allowed me out of the medical bay. Thank the gods. At least I can attempt my watch, and I'm sure it won't be long before I do something I regret. But I can see the clouds again. I miss having you stop by and seeing how well I'm doing. Staying while you weren't on watch. You losing badly at card games you're well aware I was cheating at, even if you didn't see it. It makes recovery seem less like recovery. I checked over the League reports for ships that have gone missing in the area, as we're in need of some more salvageable parts to get the Crooked Revenant in better running order. If there's as many pirate raids going on in the area as Morden has led us to believe, there has to be some. Sure enough, there are a couple in the area. 2 ships reported missing. One RSO Foggy Toddler, and a second AMS Witch's Ember. Reading the rest of the report, there's actually a note about the bumpy descent. They lost crew and were damaged in the area as well, likely trying to dive onto the Foggy Toddler. To refresh your memory on whose ship the bumpy descent is, it's Blardral, the Nephilim that wrote, "The dark and mysterious adventures into the vault without direction. Volumes 1 through 5. Yes, he has 5 books out now. More of the same half made up, half ripped off stories. However, he's an okay guy, ego aside. I think he's head deep into something related to an outsider. Or outsiders. Possibly why he's out diving the Foggy Toddler. There's been weird activities coming from where the Foggy Toddler was lost. A pillar of vault. And the reputation that no one has come back from the ship. You can't tell me that he didn't look at that and go, "Ah, yes! The inspiration for my next book." Or he was drawn back to the ship for vaultic reasons. Outsider reasons. Maybe that's where he lays his demon spawn eggs and needs to feed them. Okay, yes, I am salty. The guy is selling other divers' stories and selling them as his own. Sure, he could be having some of the same experiences as some of us, but at the same time, when I recognize more than my own stories in his books, It's capitalizing on other divers' trauma. If you want to write a book, write it about your own goddamn adventures. He has to be having them. I have seen him in action. He does know his way around the vault, and has the fighting instincts that say he has the experience. The guy is smart. I will give him that. But Vextrix, the goddess, knows I am prettier than him. Plus, I have a cool, small, furry sidekick. Before you scold me for wasting time looking for salvage, I will remind you, Helia, that Morden didn't give us a timeline for when he wanted the pirates dealt with. Just that he wanted the pirates dealt with. He also didn't seem to care how many ships we destroyed, as long as we were taking care of the threat. And we are doing the job he hired us for. One small side quest to gain salvage couldn't take that long anyway. Signed, still recovering, Born Mad Hades.